Welcome back to Stache Club Wrestling. My name is John.
My name is Dante.
We're doing something that we haven't done for like a whole year. I really don't know why. Today, we are doing a WWE-focused Would You Rather. Ooh. Basically, I asked a bunch of you on Twitter to give us your best Would You Rathers. We're going to go over some of the best ones today.
Hell yeah.
Before we get started, please subscribe, leave a like, leave your comments with your Would You Rathers or your choices in these scenarios. Patreon.com/Stache Club Wrestling for a bonus wrestling Q&A podcast over there. And we have merch in the description. I appreciate if you checked it out. With that said, Dante and everyone out there, I'm ready to look at some Would You Rathers.
John, so am I.
All right, everyone, and good luck. Just a general good luck.
Yeah, good luck and have fun, everyone.
And have fun.
It's all about having fun.
First one I see here. Would you rather face Prime Undertaker at WrestleMania inside Hell in a Cell, Jesus, or take 4 punts from 2009 Randy Orton? Okay.
I feel like after the second punt, I'm immobile. I feel like I'm not getting up.
One is also like an entire match.
You're taking them. You're taking them. You're in the Hell in a Cell. Doesn't mean you're taking shit. I could run away the whole time if I want. I can just run around the ring the whole time.
Good luck with that.
Yeah, it would take a while, but at least I guess
not... four punts. Maybe I'm just like assuming a lot, but like 4 punts that you can spread out. It seems. Right. It's not like in one. Maybe it is in one match. I don't know.
It could be just you take the 4 punts, or it's like the match starts the Undertaker. I'll take the one tombstone and be like, you know what? I'm good. I'll call it.
Yeah, just don't kick out.
Yeah. I'm gonna go Undertaker at WrestleMania. My expectations there are already low. I'm not gonna win. But I feel like I have a chance of not getting permanent brain damage in that case. So.
That's kind of my whole thing is I'm going to risk a broken neck, a broken skull, or CTE if I get kicked in the head by Randy 4 times, especially 2009 Randy.
Yes. That's like when he when he punted Vince McMahon, he told Randy, like, hit me legit. And he gave him a concussion. Like, he legitimately did it. So, I'm all set.
I am going to take the Undertaker at Mania inside Hell in a Cell. As long as I don't get chokeslammed through the top or thrown off the top, as long as we don't get to the top, we'll stay in the ring. Sure. I'll just eat the loss and then, pray for the best.
100%.
A tombstone, you are getting dropped on your head, though, but... He's not hitting 4 of them.
Right.
All right, next one. Billy says, would you rather A, have the charisma and might skills of The Rock, making every conversation an electrifying event, or B, possess the technical wrestling prowess of Bret the Hitman Hart, ensuring you could outmaneuver anyone in any physical challenge? This one's written very well.
Okay, this is interesting. 2 of the best wrestlers of all time in their own right, whatever way you want to look at it.
I like that this is like relating to real life. Like it's like it's the wrestling skills, but like the Rock one relates to like you're the life of the party. You can make conversations crazy, or be Bret Hart and like challenge anyone physically. I don't know. I'm not finding myself in many fights though. I am finding myself in many a conversation.
Many conversations. Yeah, it's like, do you want to be a sports entertainer or do you want to be a technical wrestler? I feel like is kind of like how this can be looked at. I feel like...
I guess so. I think it's a little different than that. It's make any conversation. Like, I think it's like those skills related to just like your everyday life.
Sure.
Like, you're just like going through everyday life with The Rock's
I see.
Charisma, you know what I mean?
I see what you're doing. Yeah, I feel like I would go A, and that kind of what you were saying, where I'm not a guy that finds myself in too many fights. It would be nice to have that technical skill, like someone throws a punch, I move out of the way and give it
You're
right
at
back.
The bar, you got that confidence. If shit goes sideways, you can put someone in a fucking sharpshooter.
Exactly. But at the same time, I think I'd rather be like, life of the party, like you were saying, just like the conversation guy can talk about anything, make it funny, the goosebumps every second. So
you walk into a bar, you're just like, I love this shit. Got goosebumps.
I love this shit. Where's my tequila?
Yeah, I'm also going A. Like you said, you do also have a tequila brand. That's very true. Enticing.
Brett doesn't have any tequila, so
as far as we know. Yeah, I like this one. I like this one because it related to like real life stuff. But yeah, I'm not one that's like getting into fights. The only thing is The Rock's charisma might get him into fights. Like he might, like, if you have The Rock's charisma, you might start hitting on someone's girl,
someone's wife, eating some pie or something like that. Yeah, you got to limit yourself.
But I'm choosing A.
All right.
That's a good one. All right, would you rather A, have John Cena become 17-time world champion? I don't even know if I need to read the next one. Or B, have John Cena become Grand Slam champion by becoming Intercontinental champion? This one's a pretty easy one for me. We talked about this on the podcast. I'm going A.
Yeah, I feel like if we want to like make this a conversation, we can. I get why people want him to win the Grand Slam champion, become a Grand Slam champion, win the IC belt. It's like never won it. It's one that you look back. It's like, oh, he's out of all these belts, he somehow never won this one. But like so many, there are plenty of legends that went their career without winning one belt. Like Taker never won a mid-card belt. Brock Lesnar, there's plenty of examples. But to become a 17-time world champion, to become the only person to ever have that title, I feel like most people should want to see that instead. But that's just my opinion.
When you're in the history books, when you're talking about history, when you're talking about legacy, very rarely do you hear like, oh, remember so-and-so? He was a Grand Slam champion.
Exactly.
More so you hear is like, oh yeah, Ric Flair, 16-time world champion. John Cena, 16-time. I think it would, his legacy is already cemented. It doesn't even need more cementing, but it would just be like, it would catapult him into another conversation that's never been touched. If he gets 17.
Honestly agree with that, because I feel like for us growing up and just like fans, it's always been like 16-time world champ Ric Flair. It's like that's always been the number 16, but now Cena can rewrite it, and moving forward for the next generation,
it's way more monumental.
John Cena's 100% more monumental.
Even like you think about like when people praise or talk about The Miz, they always talk about like one of the greatest IC champions, one of the longest reigning, whatever.
I think 2-time Grand Slam champion The Miz is too. I think him and Seth might be. I don't know. Regardless,
and you still, even with Seth too, you still don't. That's the Grand Slam championship or champion isn't the accolade that goes to first. It's 100%. Always like I'm just thinking of The Miz specifically. Him being a 2-time Grand Slam champion is still pretty like one title or one run focused.
100%.
But yeah, this is pretty cut and dry A for me.
Yeah, me too.
And it seems like the one we're getting, to be honest. Next, would you rather A, have Cyber Sunday return as a yearly PLE, or Money in the Bank move back to WrestleMania? Ooh.
This is a good one. Cyber Sunday was always a fun event.
I loved Cyber Sunday.
Right. I never knew. I always wondered if it was completely accurate or not, or like
Agreed.
WWE
There's
was
no
like,
shot.
They're like, we're set on you guys fighting in this match with this special guest referee or whatever.
Especially when it's like, it's like ambulance match, special guest referee, or tables match. And they're like, we already booked the ambulance.
Yeah. We got to plan for something here. So I did love the idea. I have said for the longest time that I want Money in the Bank back at WrestleMania.
Also agreed.
Especially now that it's 2 nights and there's a men and women's Money in the Bank match. I feel like it just makes so much sense. And having a ladder match at Mania is electric.
I'm surprised. Like the internet is way more prominent, obviously these days than when Cyber Sunday. Maybe that's a reason it's not happening because they get a bunch of like I don't know trolls. Maybe I don't know. I don't
hackers. Know. Yeah, I don't know. It might be. I mean, we have been seeing.
Wasn't it like a text in thing when they did it?
I don't know if it was like
at least at one point there was like you text in or something.
Right. I mean, we've been seeing a lot of old pay-per-views come back over the years, so it wouldn't surprise me if they did bring this back. They used to have like Taboo Tuesday and stuff. Maybe they do that for like an NXT or something. I love Cyber Sunday. Love the idea of it. I'm gonna say Money in the Bank, although I don't think it's gonna actually happen. I think it just makes so much sense. Again, the 2 nights, the 2 matches. Ladder matches, love it.
I'm gonna go Cyber Sunday.
Okay,
I think this is the one. It would be cool if they treat it like a Saturday night's main event, where it's like it's not like a standard PLE. It's a special. Maybe it's on NBC or whatever.
Sure.
But I think Cyber Sunday would be a ball. I love the idea of like even if it's like fake, it's like the illusion.
Still, we don't need to know that. We don't need to know that.
Yeah, exactly. At the end of the day, it's wrestling, so it's like even the illusion of like having an involvement of like picking the matches. I think is a really fun time, and especially today. I think you can get real creative with it. The spot the internet's in today.
Yeah. You know, I would imagine. I feel like nowadays, especially like back then, like Twitter wasn't around. It would just be like do hashtag hashtag Randy if you want Randy.
The voting number would be like times 15. And like there'd be so many votes, which is maybe why they don't do it.
I don't know. Overwhelming.
All right, Marty, would you rather A, prime Shawn Michaels versus prime AJ Styles rivalry culminating in a WrestleMania match of your choice? Wow. Or B, rewrite history and change who defeated The Undertaker's WrestleMania streak? Oh, okay, so it's kind of related to the other one. All right, I think I know my answer.
Okay, go ahead.
We've seen the result of The Undertaker's WrestleMania streak, and yeah, it sucks, and it would have benefited someone younger and someone new, like a Bray Wyatt, whatever.
Sure.
But we're in the year of 2025, and at this point, it's like fine. I don't agree with the decision of Brock winning or the streak streak ending in general, but like it's fine. Getting Shawn AJ is like dream match, and it's a rivalry too.
Right, it's not,
so that can span over like the course of like 2 to 4 months, and we get a multitude of matches and promos, and that's prime Shawn. So I'm thinking like that 90s Shawn versus
asshole.
that TNA AJ.
Yeah.
I'm going A. As much as I would like Undertaker's WrestleMania streak to stay intact, or even have someone else lose to him, beat him. I'm going A. We remember like years ago we got it teased of like at the Royal. Someone made like a graphic too, like at the Royal Rumble, it's happening.
Yeah. Oh man.
Oh, and then also a Mania match of my choice. All right, put them in a fucking ladder match. Yeah, dude.
That would be fire.
Yeah, for the IC title. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Shawn Michaels versus AJ for an IC championship is just like, that's like a match of all, like one of the greatest matches of all time. I'm not gonna beat around the bush. I agree with you. I wish I could like I do wish the Undertaker never lost a streak or lost to someone else.
Yep.
Like it was 11 years ago. Like it is what it is now. But I mean, we all wish we could have seen. I mean, there's a lot of dream matchups, but Shawn versus AJ Styles is near number one on everybody's list. And you said ladder match. I think that is a great choice. I'm going to say Iron Man match.
Also fun.
Because I look at it like it's a rivalry building up. But I think this will be, I'd want them to just have one match. But if it's an Iron Man, it can be like multiple pinfalls throughout. Kind of reminiscent of Shawn and Brett maybe from the 90s years ago. I'll go Shawn and AJ for sure.
All right, next one, real cut and dry. Would you rather get Cena versus Cody at WrestleMania or Cena versus Gunther at WrestleMania? I think this is kind of assuming it's, title matches, either Cena versus Cody for the WWE title, Cena versus Gunther for the World Heavyweight. Perfect world, I'm going Cena Cody.
The thing is with Cena Cody is I feel like it's like a new face versus old face. It can be like, and you can look at like a passing of the torch thing. And I feel like John Cena already did that with the Roman years ago. And like if Cena beat Cody, I feel like, not to say it hurts Cody in the sense of like, he shouldn't have lost or anything, but it's like I feel like there's already so much going on in the WWE Championship picture where like with Gunther, it's like you already have the cocky heel, the asshole that Cena can go after. You build up this super baby face versus super heel. It's perfect storytelling. And I don't know, Cena Cody, I would love to see. Not that I don't want it to happen. I just feel like there's so much going on already with Cody that adding Cena to the mix just makes everything a little bit more jumbled up, in my opinion.
Yeah, I'm gonna lean way less just like practical and like more fantasy.
Sure.
Because like Cena Gunther, like you said, you get the heel versus face. I don't want Cody losing WWE title. I think it makes more like the more likely world championship for Cena to win is the world heavyweight from 100%. Gunther. The guy wasn't even on Raw on Netflix. But I'm going straight fantasy and forgetting everything. I'm going Cena versus Cody, crazy face versus crazy face.
I mean, that would be
or
night
even
2 main event. Like
if that feud means maybe Cody flips to heel Cody.
If they do something like maybe Cody wins, maybe Cody beats John and becomes a heel, a shitty way, becomes a heel, or Cena beats Cody, starts the downhill, whatever, turning into a heel.
I also like Cena's more synonymous with the WWE Championship than he is the World Heavyweight. And winning like the World Heavyweight Championship, unfortunately, has definitely been made out to be the second tier title under Roman the WWE title. I think it had its ups and downs, but like I think it's definitely on the kind of lulled side. So I think Cena going after the WWE title just hits a little harder than the World Heavyweight. That's where I'm going.
I agree with that.
All right, next one. Would you rather be 6'4" and be decent in the ring, or be 5'4" and be objectively one of the best wrestlers in the world?
Objectively one of the best.
Okay, that's a tough one.
I'm all right. Listen, I'm thinking outside the ring here. I'm thinking of
that's the thing.
6'4" outside the ring and 5'4" outside the ring. Listen, there's a lot more benefits at 6'4". I don't need to be one of the best wrestlers in the world. There are some decent wrestlers that you can say.
Some of my favorite wrestlers are decent wrestlers.
Exactly. I think The Rock is probably very decent, not technically gifted. I'll go 6'4", mostly because I can still be 6'4" outside the wrestling ring.
thing. If I was just 6'4", just like period, I would rule the world. I would be unstoppable. I'd be so annoying.
God had to cut us off.
That's what I'm saying.
Like,
That's
if
what
we
I'm
gave
saying.
him too many inches in height, then that would be game over.
And here's the thing, like with 5'4", we're still growing 3 inches.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah, right.
6'4" is like what? You know what I mean? It's like it's really a win-win. Give me 6'4" and then go back to that other would you rather where I can get the charisma and charm of The Rock.
Forget about it.
Oh my God. Everyone would hate me.
Oh my God. I'm retiring young.
All right, last one to round out the basis here. We got Jax asking, would you rather have a Shield reunion, including Dean Ambrose returning full time, or have Prime Batista back?
Do you want to waste any time? I don't want to waste any time.
It's pretty cut and dry for me. I'm shocked it's as cut and dry for you a little bit, but I understand why.
Listen, I love the Shield. I think just at this day and age, it's like all 3 of them have just evolved into their own characters that, like, if you put them together now, they're probably like 3 of the biggest stars. You could say the best group, whatever. But Prime Batista, we're talking about 07, 08, 09 Batista. Come on.
I'll be honest, I think I kind of read this wrong. Like in my head, it was like get Prime Shield back, not Shield reunion. A one-off Shield reunion in 2025, the year of our Lord and Savior, doesn't do like a whole lot for me.
Doesn't move mountains for me.
It'll be a cool thing to see once, but then like, I like Moxley as Moxley.
Sure, yeah.
Roman's moved on. Seth and Roman already intertwined again, where now that I'm understanding what the question is, 100,000% Prime Batista back to get that, like you said, 2007 or 2006 to like 09 World Heavyweight Champion
coming
at
out
the top of
in
the
the
ring.
white turtleneck too
Yeah.
and stuff.
Oh,
it's like what would I
with the glasses?
Oh, what am I gonna pop more for?
Yeah.
The Shield song hitting
That's great.
or I Walk Alone?
Easy answer.
It's easy answer.
Yeah, no, I'm glad you read it better than I did, because that's that makes way more sense.
Shout out Batista.
Hell fucking yeah. And I think that's the video. Let us know if you want to see more of this in the future. I like this.
This was fun.
This is pretty good.
We had a lot of responses, so we could definitely do this again.
So thank you everyone that responded. Thank you everyone that was featured. We appreciate it. Please make sure you subscribe. Please leave a like. Please leave your comments with some more would you rathers and your answers to the questions. Please check out the merchandise in the description, and there's a Patreon down there for a bonus wrestling Q&A podcast on top of the regular podcast you get on the main channel. With that said, Dante, I'll see you all week. I'll see you for some quizzes. I'll see you for the podcast. Everyone have a good one.
Have a good one. Peace.